places like Burns in southeast Oregon are no stranger to snow.
The issue this year, we've had just a huge amount of snowfall over the winter months.
But what they're not used to,
nobody's seen anything like this since the 1940s.
The flooding that has consumed much of the area since last week.
The whole valley down below.
From Bill Selby's house, you can see the water that started from snowmelt after last week's warm temperatures.
I see a lot of people deciding to stay, a long time in their homes until the last minute. I think people don't really believe it's going to happen to them.
Yesterday alone, nearly a dozen people had to be rescued from the floodwaters. Parts of Harney County have some of the highest snowpack in the state in the Aldrich Mountain Range near the Blue Mountains. Now the snow is melting into the Silvies River because there's nothing to catch it.
The vegetation that would normally hold the snowpack up there, the kind of melt at measured levels through the summer, it doesn't exist anymore, so it's all kind of black ground. And
that's because about 200,000 acres burned last summer from both the Telephone and Falls Fire. And to make matters even worse,
and unfortunately, the wastewater systems are unable to continue to process the wastewater, which has now leached into the floodwaters.
Right now, the Army Corps of Engineers are filling up sandbags to help stop some of the flooding. And Governor Tina Kotek declared an emergency.
And they're still very much in immediate response. So it's going to take us a little bit longer to better understand the resources that are the damages, the extent of the damages, but also the resources that are going to be needed to support the recovery in that community.
The deputy director of the Oregon Department of Emergency Management says they're going to be seeking help from FEMA.
Next week, we'll bring a different picture in that there's still a lot of snow in the hilltops to come down.
And there's still more that's going to fill the Silvies River that's been above flood stage for days. Joe Ranieri, KGW News.
And there are a number of operations happening to help people in Harney County. They can head to the City of Hines Public Works area to pick up sandbags starting today. There's also an emergency shelter set up at the Memorial Building at the county fairgrounds. And people who need a place to park their RVs can take them to the fairgrounds or Hines City Park.